Alright, let me just get this straight and simple. So you want to be more unpredictable, to be more fluid and make defenders guess to where you're even going. Well, the answer to that question is quite simple. All you need to do is improve your weak foot. Now I get it. It could be super frustrating to train your weak foot. I mean, you'd be shooting at full power and dribbling with flair using your strong foot just to completely be a beginner using your weak foot, missing every single shot, tripping over the dribbles, and even giving shitty passes to teammates. Now imagine being able to use your strong foot with both of your feet. Imagine what you could do on the pitch, going into every direction and be super unpredictable. The best example for this kind of player is Heung-min Son. Just look at how he uses his right foot to create the most beautiful shot in the pitch, just to do the same in the next match using his left foot. Defenders couldn't really stop Heung-min Son since they don't know where he could be going. He has no weak foot. Sure, you might get away with having a weak foot in the amateur or lower level of football, but once you get into the higher levels, defenders will study you before matches. And if you have a weak foot, that is a literal giveaway to them. So without further ado, let's start by improving your weak foot and become unpredictable. Now, in order to improve your weak foot, we are going to need a strategy. There are a total of 3 steps in this strategy. The first one being replicating, followed by activating, and lastly training. Now these 3 might seem confusing at first, but trust me, I will explain all of them in detail. Let's start with the first one, replicating. What I mean by replicating is simply replicating your strong foot and implementing it into your weak foot. So for example, shooting. You can do a completely flawless power shot with your strong foot but not with your weak foot. So start by replicating. Recall back all the steps that you did with your strong foot part by part. For example, the runner-up, foot placement, ball contact, and the follow-through. Then once you got that in a bag, just start replicating it on your weak foot. It will be frustrating, but it is proven to be effective since you have mastered this technique with your primary foot. So just do it again and again and again until you get the hang of the technique. The next part is activating. Activating means that you have to activate your strong foot. Now you might think, what do you mean by activating my strong foot? It's already good. Well, the truth is, since we are so used to using our strong foot, our weak foot is also used to support your strong foot. It was meant to support and is active to support. But when we use our weak foot as the primary foot, the strong foot ain't ready for that. It ain't ready to support your weak foot. And it wasn't meant to support your weak foot. So how do you fix this? Well, the answer is conditioning. Notice how your weak foot always bounces when it supports your strong foot. Well, you gotta make that strong foot also bounce when you use your weak foot. This can be achieved with footwork conditioning. Here's a video that I would recommend you watch to condition your weak foot. It is essential for this part of the strategy. Last but not least, we got the training. The training to train your weak foot is split into 4 simple exercises that you can do alone. The exercises are free flow dribbling, cone dribbling, wall passing, and lastly shooting. Now I don't really need to explain each one of them in detail since they are common exercises, so I'll just go by it as quickly as possible. Let's start with the first one, free flow dribbling. I have explained this exercise in my last video, so just check the video out. But don't worry, I'll give you a brief explanation. So free flow dribblings means that you are literally just dribbling normally while imagining an imaginary opponent. But I want you to do it while dominantly using your weak foot, doing feints, skills, or even shooting. For the next one, we have cone dribbling. This one is fairly simple. Just do cone dribbling such as zigzag dribblings or one cone dribbling. But I want you to use weak foot as your primary foot. This exercise serves a purpose to strengthen your weak foot fundamentals. For the third one, we have a wall passing. This one is so simple, yet everyone seems to neglect it since they are already quote-unquote good at passing. What I like to say is to stay humble and train this exercise every single day with your weak foot and you will see progress. This exercise can also be done with a partner to make it more fun and harder. Lastly, we got shooting. Just like the name says, it's just about shooting. Shoot the ball with your weak foot using the main strategy of replicating your primary foot. Train this exercise for about a month and I promise you, you will be able to shoot the ball as hard as your primary foot. Alright, that is the end of our course here. I just want to keep it as simple as no bullshit as possible. Thank you so much for watching and remember to stay bowling.